Hey guys, so for today's video, I have a full face makeup kind of tutorial using products that I hate. I literally have a bunch of products on my face that I really hate right now. So that's how you know I love you guys. Like, this is real, true love. I thought this video would be super cool to do, and I thought you guys would really love it because I get to talk to you guys about products that didn't work out for me, tell you guys why they didn't work out for me. I do that a lot in my monthly regrets videos, but I figured I would compile a bunch of those and plus ones that I haven't shared with you guys before and include them in here and also show you guys how they work, you know? Show you why I don't like them and kind of really demo them. Not only that, I think it's kind of cool to see an entire face of makeup, like using products that you don't like, and see how the look turned out. I am looking a hot mess right now, like a hot mess. I want to go ahead and shout out a subscriber because she's the one who commented on one of my past videos and suggested that I do a full face of makeup using products that I hate or products that didn't work out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and leave her channel name below because that was an amazing idea. Also, keep in mind, just because products didn't work out for me doesn't mean they won't work for you. Sometimes it just comes down to different skin types, different preferences. It also doesn't mean that these brands are like horrible brands and they have really bad makeup products. It just means that that specific product didn't work out for me. So if you're interested in checking out a bunch of products that I really hate and didn't work out for me and me putting them on my face, then just keep on watching. So the first product that I regret / hate is this Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. I actually had to go ahead and purchase this on Sephora, so I got like the little mini one because when I initially purchased it, I went ahead and returned it right away. Now the reason why I don't like this, there's two reasons. One, oh my god, it smells so strong. Literally, it's gonna burn my nostrils right now. It smells like tea tree oil or peppermint. It feels smooth, but greasy smooth, like oily, ugh. Putting it on again, it's like deja vu. I just remember why I hated it so much. It's literally like slimy. Next product that I'm gonna use, I'm really nervous about because I actually really, like, I hate to be so dramatic, I really do, but I gotta get it out to you guys and really like tell you guys how much I highly dislike this product. This is the new Skin Glowing Balm. Yeah, Skin Glowing Balm makeup. This is pretty much more of a tinted moisturizer type of BB cream thingy. This is by the Estee Edit and Estee Lauder. I hate to, like, again, be dramatic, but it's the worst product I have ever put on my face. Like, it's really bad. It's so gunky. Let me show you guys. It's so gunky that when you put it out, look, it stays in that like gunky form. And it stays on your brush like that. And let me show you something, okay? Are you kidding me? And it's in the same form. It's really kind of gunky on the skin. And it has very little coverage, which is cool. Like, some people are down for that. But just my personal preference, I don't like that. Like, I'm cool with the light coverage because I can rock it for some days. But this is literally like no coverage. And not only that, it's very blotchy. Not only that, it's super greasy feeling. Like very like sticky, greasy fried chicken feeling, and just not about it. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but on the forehead here, let me go closer, you can really see the blotchiness. I have the product right here, and then I have these random circles here that's like missing product. And it's just blotchy, and it's sticking to my eyebrow hairs. And look how greasy it is, man. Oh, I don't know if you guys can, like, it feels like greasy AF on my skin right now. So now we're gonna move on to concealer. I have two concealers here that I really don't like. I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and then the Morphe Concealer. I figured I have two under eyes, so I'm gonna show you guys two concealers. For the first one, we're gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. I highly dislike this product. I just find it cakey. And let me just say something. I'm the type of girl, like, you guys know me, I love me some cakey makeup. Like, it's very rare for me to say, oh, that's cakey, that's too cakey for me, because I'm down for the cake life. But this is just on a different level. This is very, like, it doesn't blend out very easily. It creases so bad. It actually looks dry and cakey on the skin. So I am gonna be blending it out with this Tarte Beauty Quickie Sponge, I believe it's called. This I mentioned in my new regrets video, in my monthly regrets. It is so hard. It literally is like hitting yourself in the face with a brick. I figured I would sneak this in and show you guys the sponge as well. But as you can see, like, look how hard this is to blend out. I don't know, like, there's this like random patch right here. So now we're gonna use the Morphe concealer. A lot of people love this concealer, but I was really excited to try it, but it just didn't work for me. It has like a moussey whipped texture, which I'm not a huge fan of. Actually, pretty similar texture. It smells really good. Pretty similar texture to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but this one's in the shade Oats. And again, really bad at blending out, a little cakey looking, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of this one either. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some in the center of the face, even though this makeup look is already, it's already gone to shit, okay? It's already ruined. I look a mess right now. So now I want to move on to contouring and bronzing and all that. I don't have a bronzer to share with you guys, but I do have a contour kind of little kit here that I'm really not a fan of. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour Palette in the shade Medium. Now, when this first came out, I was really excited to try it out, but it really quickly disappointed me. Like, it's very patchy, I find, and it looks a little muddy on me. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it just looks kind of faint, a little cheap. Something I want to show you guys, I don't know if you're noticing this right here. I don't have dry skin at all. I have oily skin, but do you see how the Morphe concealer looks like dry? Like, it looks scaly and dry. I don't know if you guys are picking up on that. And the NARS one is doing the same thing. So those concealers, no bueno for me, okay? I want to share this highlight here that really disappointed me. This is the L'Oreal True Match Highlighter. My problem with this is it looks literally like kids makeup. Like, when you put it on, it's super glittery, dotty, like spotty, and it looks so cheap. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take this gold section and let's see if I could show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, I hope it picks up on camera, you know? So I'm just gonna highlight the cheekbones. It's kind of scaly, dry, cheap, powdery. It's just not really what you want for an illuminator. And I remember I also did test this highlighter out wet, and it still just didn't work for me. It still wasn't smooth. So I have a couple brow products to share with you guys that were total fails for me. So this is the CoverGirl Brow Liner Powder. It comes in this like liner thing, but it's like flexible. But it's so pigmented. Do you guys see that? So pigmented. Intense, to the point where when you put it on your eye, and you see how I just tried to blend out that line and the line stayed? So imagine using that on your brows where you're trying to, like, you know, really get a flawless brow and you can't blend it out properly. I just find that that's my main issue with this, so I'll try and show you guys. And as I'm doing this, by the way, there's like brow powder that's falling. I feel like this would have been a great concept product if they didn't make it so pigmented and maybe more easily blended, because I just find that when I put it on, I go from like no brow to whoa, she drew on a brow. Like, you know, it's very intense. So next brow product I want to share is the Rimmel Brow This Way Fiber Gel. My main issue with this is that it's very chunky. So when you apply it, you want something super smooth, obviously, but this is very like thick and chunky. You almost get like chunks on the brow. I'm gonna try to show you guys, even though this bold brow right now would barely show anything. Yeah, it might be hard to show you guys, but just, you know, that's the reason I don't like it. Very chunky, thick feeling, and the wand is actually pretty large to use it on a brow. So moving on to the eyes, I did go ahead and prime and set the eyes, so that way the eyeshadow palette that I show you guys, you can know that it's truly showing exactly how it would perform on how I would regularly use it. I would always prime and set. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna be using for today is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. Now, when this for eyeshadow, I wanna clear something up because a lot of you guys are gonna be like, I thought you liked that palette. Initially when this came out, I think it was like, what, a year and a half, probably 2 years ago. When this first came out, this Maybelline palette was the first drugstore palette to come out other than NYX. Because, I mean drugstore in the way of like OG drugstore brands. So like Maybelline, L'Oreal, Rimmel. Maybelline was the first to do it. So when this first came out, everyone was like, oh my God, a drugstore makeup palette instead of NYX, you know? So it was really exciting, and I feel like I got caught up in that hype a little bit. But not only that, I didn't have very high standards, I guess, because it was the first drugstore palette, and I was kind of just like, yeah, it's good for the price, you know what I mean? Whereas now there's so many amazing drugstore palettes that are way better to compare to, you know? And I feel like 2 years later, we're here, and I'm kind of like, Maybelline could have done a way better job. A couple of the mattes actually blend kind of smooth, and some of them are kind of pigmented, but some of them do lack a little pigmentation, and some of the shimmers in this specific one do lack some pigmentation as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this shade first. It's gonna work as a great little transition shade. Also, a lot of the shades in here are very cool tone, which I'm not crazy about. But as you can see, you get decent pigmentation here with this one. But I feel like the formula is very inconsistent. So some shades are good, some shades aren't, you know? There's not like a consistent quality. I'm gonna go ahead and take this kind of darker brown here. Again, it's cool tone, which was a little warmer, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that and just define the crease a little. So as you can see, pretty pigmented. Actually gonna spread some here so I can work with this now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this pretty gold on the lid. This shade is not the most pigmented. I'm kind of trying to scratch it off. And for the inner corner, I am gonna take the bright white in the palette. As you can see, it's not really that pigmented. This looks a mess right now. Like, it looks a mess. It looks so patchy and like unblended. I'm not even gonna try to revive it. I'm not even gonna try. So we're gonna move on to mascara. A mascara that was a pretty huge disappointment for me was the CoverGirl Fibers Mascara. So a lot of people really love this, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. But I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know, I just found it doesn't do much for my lashes, and I experienced a little bit of flaking with it, which is my #1 pet peeve whenever using mascara, is if it flakes throughout the day and it goes on my under eye. So the last thing we have are lips. Now, a big lip product that like instantly came to my mind when I was like, what lip am I gonna show for this video, was the ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Limbo. Now, I do wanna make a disclaimer. I'm not saying I don't like any ColourPop liquid lipsticks, because I actually like a lot of them, especially the newer formulas. They're a lot better, but this shade in particular is so patchy. So patchy and dry. I was actually so disappointed at the first time I tried it out. I'm not sure if they upgraded the formula. From what I know, I don't think they did, because a lot of people still have trouble with this shade. It really clings to dry patches as well. On the drier areas of my lips, the lipstick is darker. And then on the non-dry areas, the lipstick is lighter. Really weird and patchy. It actually sucks because this color is so beautiful. Like, it is one of the most beautiful colors ever. Like, ColourPop really got the color down pack, but the formula though, no. So that is pretty much it for all the products that I hate and regret and didn't work out for me. I really hope this video was like informative for you guys and also fun to watch, I guess, to see someone put on products that really don't work out for them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would be interested in seeing more of these types of videos, then like, thumbs up, and I will definitely do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.